The new James Bond game just came out this week, and I wanted to see how fast I could beat the story mode without any knowledge of how the combat or stealth work. This is the first 007 game to be released since 2012, and is also made by the same developers as the Hitman franchise. And I gotta say, I was hyped for this game. Before the video actually starts, I want to thank IO Interactive for sending me a code so I could actually record a video and get it out this week. I also want to thank you guys for getting me to 2,000 subscribers. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more 007 videos. Obviously, there are spoilers ahead.
Let's go!
Starting off, James Bond isn't actually a 00 agent yet. He is just an air crewman for the Royal Navy. Him and his squad are sent to a remote island near Iceland to check up on a group of scientists that randomly went quiet. However, while flying to the location, both helicopters get shot down by missiles, which leads to the best shot in the entire game. Like, holy. After wandering around the beach and finding one of my squad mates killed, the enemies show up and try to kill any remaining members of our squad. We then sneak past even more groups of enemies until we hide behind a rock and try to get in contact with the HQ, where MI6 takes control of this mission and directs us to get to their camp, which has obviously been taken over by those same guys that shot us down. After grabbing a disguise and making our way out into the camp, we reach the main tent to grab what we are told is a black box, except it's missing, so you know, we didn't grab it. Unfortunately, while we were in the tent, we weren't wearing one of these orange suits, so we got hit with a nerve agent, and after making a complete mess of the back room, we finally find 2 random syringes and inject both of them.
Here goes nothing.
After waking up from our medically induced nap time, we sneak through camp to rescue 2 separate groups of MI6 scientists. Then we need to create a distraction so they can escape safely. Naturally, we decide that the best possible option is to take down the giant mast in the middle of camp,
That should start things up a bit. There's your signal.
which starts our next objective: run. This sequence ends with us at the edge of a cliff with nowhere left to go. The enemy has finally caught us. So I set off every single bomb on the entire island and somehow survived this. After being invited to MI6, we have a very quick chat with M, and then are shipped off to Malta to start our training, where we learn how to drive, shoot, and punch. We also learn the basics of stealth before getting the grand tour of MI6, where we see Thea, a supercomputer that they use for threat analysis, and Q-Lab, where we get all of our gadgets and guns. Once training is finished, all of us 00s decide to go spend the night out at a club before being sent our final field exam. Our first step is simple: meet our contact in red at the bar. Assuming it's the smoke show, we use the secret phrase.
The epiphylium oxypetalamoni blossoms at night.
That's an interesting pickup line.
We assumed wrong. Her boyfriend pulls up and he is not happy.
Oi, I'm not finished with you.
Leave it, Gav. Leave it.
After meeting our actual contact, we're told the intel we need is in the bathroom. So we head to the bathroom, enter the third stall, and learn that one of 3 suspects leaked trade secrets. Our mission is to find Joshua Pike.
Keep this device on you and get up close. It will enable Singh to access Pike's phone.
However, after leaving the stall, that jealous boyfriend from the bar decides that he wants to throw hands.
Sure you wouldn't rather go hang in the bar?
No one chats up my girlfriend.
The man of principles. Last chance!
Then this toilet just randomly falls apart because of Bond's aura. Making our way upstairs and finding Pike, we have to stay close to him long enough to hack his phone. After the data extraction finishes, it turns out that Pike is our guy. We meet back up with Crest to figure out our next move, which turns out to be trapping Pike and meeting up with his contact. After locking him in the storage room, I meet with his contact in the back room.
Oh, good. You showed.
And I was just about to leave. You're late.
Then the girl in the red dress shows up again, and I tell her off.
Don't mind her. Trust me.
But as the contact starts to walk away from the deal, I say last chance, and apparently that's all she needs to convince her to call her boss.
The offer is up. It's now or never. Your call.
Give me a few minutes. I need to make a phone call.
That wraps up this job, so we head to the extraction. However, on our way out, the guy we rocked in the bathroom shows up with his posse, so we kick their butts before leaving. After escaping the club, we get another cutscene revealing that the former 009 is planning something at a chess tournament in Slovakia.
The former 009, real name Reese Beckett.
So us and the gang get ready by grabbing 2 more gadgets from Q.
Yes.
He's good with it.
I'm good with it.
Excellent.
This is a black tag operation.
Arriving in Slovakia, we drop off Kress and Monroe. Then very carefully park in the parking lot.
Oh, switching off comms as instructed.
But after parking and being told to wait in case 009 makes a run for it, we spot a very suspicious bellhop and decide to investigate him. And that's all we do. For the entire mission. We follow this blonde man across the map like 4 times and eventually convince Monroe to help us track him down. But after making it to the hotel basement, we find Monroe dead.
Hang on, mate. No, breathe. Okay, breathe.
And then get kicked in the back of the head by the blonde man. This leads to a fight where we knock him out and try to defuse the bomb he planted down there. But while defusing the bomb, the blonde man attacks me again, and it's revealed that the blonde man was actually identical twins the entire time. We fight them for a while until they run away because the bomb is about to explode. After defusing the bomb, we save the day. Until another bomb goes off, and somehow Bond survives this one too. This man really cannot be killed by explosions. After saving Cressida, who's paralyzed from the explosion, we spot 009 making a run for it, and we decide to chase him. While stealing a car, we are joined by Isla, who's another baddie.
Looking for these?
Bond and Isla chase 009 all the way to an airport where we get a short combat section before hopping onto his plane. Once we're on the plane, we shoot another group of guys, plan our watch so the plane can be tracked, get thrown out of the back, and start a skydiving section. After this, we get a few more cutscenes where we meet Sir Nicholas Webb, who definitely looks like a good guy. We grab 2 more gadgets from Q before being briefed that our watch tracked 009 across the entire Middle East before ending up in Aleph, which is basically just a ship graveyard turned pirate cove. We try to get into this auction so we can talk to the second in command here, but we need 2 things, an invite and $100,000. So while Greenway looks for an invite, we're tasked with finding the money. After looking around for a bit, we find this fighting pit where I'm able to knock out 4 different fighters and get paid $60,000.
Boss around here.
Stranger things have happened.
Then, after completing an art deal with Art I Stole, I get another $52,000, which means we can finally get into the auction. After winning the auction, we talk to the second in command, who tells us that 009 is hiding on a booby-trapped boat. Booby. Inside the ship, we find 009's dead body, so clearly someone got to him before us. After finding a couple clues, a cutscene plays where we get knocked out and wake up in front of the Pirate King, hanging over some crocodiles. While being lowered, we swing back and forth to wake up Greenway, who just says, "Harmony," and somehow that makes the Pirate King set us free. We drive over to the boat we spotted earlier, break into 009's secret stash, and find evidence that basically says that 009 wasn't the one who bombed the hotel in Slovakia. While trying to leave the stash, the ground randomly blows up, sending us into another combat section. Eventually, Greenway picks us up, and then we get blown up by this guy in a gold mask.
I said 4! Brace yourself!
Which leads to yet another combat section where we are fighting off a bunch of guys while running very low on ammo. After running out of ammo, we basically give up. Until the Tiger King shows up and saves us. Tiger King. Until the Pirate King shows up and saves us. Back at MI6, we get grounded and are told to go home. So we do. And immediately have our evening ruined by a group of assassins, 2 in my apartment, and 1 more shooting from a rooftop like a mile away. That throws us into a very long section where we have to cross a bunch of rooftops to catch the shooter. The shooter ends up being one of the blonde twins from Slovakia, who kicks us off the side of the building. We eventually track him to the Web Gala hosted by Nicholas Webb, who I swear is a good guy, guys. Like, trust me, please. Inside the gala, we make our way to the CCTV room to figure out where he went. After discovering he's in the basement, we head down there and have a small boss fight with him before impaling him on the statue's trident. After killing him, we head back upstairs and find Isla again, who introduces us to Damien. Damien offers us some champagne. And of course, we don't want to be rude, so we down that drink. Unfortunately, the drink was drugged. So on our way up to the stage, we pass out and wake up tied to chairs. This is where it's revealed that Nicholas Webb and his son, Damien, are the masterminds behind everything that's happened so far. While tied to these chairs, we decide that the smartest thing to do is hack Damien's phone for information on their evil plans. So we do a quick minigame to get him close enough to hack. And Isla kills the bodyguards and cuts us free. We fight through 2 combat sections before making our way outside, where we're ambushed again and steal this guy's garbage truck.
Jesus Christ! Not quite. Keys, where are they?
In the cab!
Thanks.
It sticks in seconds!
After meeting back up with Greenway, we head to Webb's headquarters and begin potentially the most boring chapter in this entire game. We walk around and walk and walk some more and walk even more until we finally reach the server room where we need to restart 3 servers. That's where it's revealed that Thea, the massive supercomputer from the beginning, has been making mistakes this entire time.
Oh no!
And both the Webbs have been covering up those mistakes. This goes all the way back to Operation Nightfall, the mission that made everyone think that 009 had gone rogue. Anyway, Nicholas Webb shows up, gasses the room, so we use a new gadget, the missile pen, to escape through a nearby vent system. We fight our way up to the roof, create a distraction so Greenway can start the helicopter, and then hop in and then get the hell out of there. After landing in some random park, Greenway calls it quits before we head back to MI6 to grab a new suppressed pistol. Finally. Then we're briefed that Damien is headed to Thailand to kill 3 different biologist people.
Some kind of green energy pioneer?
Sadly, he died last month in Singapore under ambiguous circumstances. 3 weeks later, a solar geoengineering specialist died in Orlando, Florida. Thea flagged these seemingly unconnected deaths as consistent with the MO of an elusive terrorist, Caliban, a rabid extinctionist who believes that mankind is a cancer on the planet that needs to be purged. Caliban's charred remains were recovered from a Mexican landfill, and according to forensics, he's been dead for months.
It means Thea made another blunder.
We believe Damien is in Vietnam to cover up this latest mistake. Likely, he plans to stage a copycat killing, making it look like Caliban is very much alive and kicking.
Who's the target?
I'm afraid we don't know. That part is up to you.
Once we get to Thailand, we receive something called the Q track, which basically monitors vitals and stuff. We have to slip it into those 3 target strings to make sure that they're okay.
Just an observation.
And then we sprint over to Lorca's villa to have some sexy time. Lorca and Ellis, 2 of the targets, get captured, so it's up to us to save the day yet again. After rescuing both of them, we have another fight against the other twin and end up killing him before getting knocked out by the blast. We wake up on a giant piece of granite, strapped down, while Damien brings a giant saw over us to cut us in half. Luckily, Greenway saves us by shooting us free from the straps, which leads into a fantastic fight sequence where we work together while he snipes from above. Then we have another boss fight, this time against Damien, which is pretty easy. We just walk around and flash him. Eventually, he falls off a ledge, and we crush him with a bunch of steel pipes. Making our way back up to Greenway, we find out that he's been shot. And then he dies. Rest in peace. Back at MI6, M announces that the whole organization is basically shutting down for a bit, so we decide to head out on our own as a rogue agent. We meet up with Isla one more time, and she helps us get to the Antarctic Circle with the help of a Japanese submarine. Once in Antarctica, we very politely ask for some ID badges before heading up to the main base, which houses another supercomputer that has basically been spying on Thea and MI6. After fighting our way through this section of the base, we finally reach Hyperion, the other supercomputer. Then Isla betrays us, takes her for herself, so we chase her down, capture her, and destroy Hyperion. However, now we're stuck in Antarctica with no way to get home, so we have to call MI6, who take both of us back, but as prisoners because we were rogue agents. Final mission starts with our cell doors opening, before we have to fight our way through the MI6 building, all the way down to Thea, where Damien is trying to steal it after we destroyed Hyperion. Fast forwarding a bit, we end up in the final fight against Damien, where we have to sneak around and hack his turrets so they can shoot him. After hitting him with both turrets, we defeat him, but in this final cutscene, he gives us a big hug because we're such great friends, and we both plummet into the water below. Then, Isla jumps in, saves both Thea and Bond before leaving with Thea, ending the game. In total, this story took me a little over 15 hours, and I ended up earning 29 achievements. This game was a banger, and significantly better than the last Bond game I played, the 2010 GoldenEye. I really hope they make another one soon. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you made it all the way to the end. Goodbye.